At the end of this video, we're going to be learning how to find the dark web. Well, it's not lost, but we're going to be learning how to securely connect to the dark web. What the dark web is, we're going to be learning that, why it was created, the type of things you can find there. And yeah, it is not like your ClearNet that you have search engines for everything. So I'm going to be showing you a particular search engine that you can use to locate any type of thing you're looking for on the web, on the dark web. Promise to be a very interesting video. Let's get into it. So we have three webs. We have the surface web, which is the normal day-to-day Google websites we go to and all those things. We have the surface web, we have the deep web, which the data and all are being stored. Then we have the dark web, which is what we're going to be focusing on today, right? The dark web is actually a place whereby you can find a lot of hackers, criminal activities, and all sorts of bad things, yeah. But there's also the good side to the dark web, right? And this good side is the fact that you are anonymous, completely anonymous, so long as you connect to the dark web in a safe way by using a type of browser that we'll be getting into later into the video. So now that we can establish the fact that the dark web is not something you just go to your Google and type dark web, no, you will not see anything. You won't be able to access it like that. You would use a special browser called the Tor browser, which works on it is based on an onion router. You know the way an onion is, there are different layers. So that is how the browser gives you that anonymity. You go through different IP addresses, 3 different IP addresses before you now get to the destination where you are going. So if you want to get tracked, it has to go through different IP addresses that you are not in. So that's what basically makes you secure. But before we get into the technical aspect of that, let's look at what you can find on the dark web. So I need to establish the fact that as much as people see the dark web as a bad place, this endless pit that you should mistakenly stumble upon, you are jumping, you are falling into the dark web is not like that. It's actually a very fun place to be. Actually, there are companies like Facebook, CIA on the dark web that they have their websites on the dark web. So it is not entirely bad, but as much as it might be very good and seems like it's good and a very fun place to be, there's a bad part of the dark web. We're talking about the part for the scammers, hackers, kidnappers. Like, the list is endless. Like, the bad people in the society, the big bad people in the society, that's where they do their business. Let's look at the things we can find on the dark web. Dark web can be like a marketplace, basically, right? Your leaked data are being sold on the dark web. Your private videos that are also leaked can be sold on the dark web. Drugs are being sold. People hire, how would I say this, because of YouTube, people hire, how would I say kidnappers, hitmen, like a lot of things going on the dark web. And sometimes people buy drugs on the dark web also. Sometimes you might want to go to the dark web and say you have this bad thing, someone offended you, my dear. If you should go to the dark web and you try to do anything unserious or anything bad, you can actually be gotten. But we're going to be looking at how you can access the dark web securely. That will be later. I need to explain that there are certain things you see on the dark web and you can't see. So psychologically, it might be disturbing for some people going into the dark web. So this is one of the reasons why you shouldn't go there. There are certain things you can't see. There are certain goods and services that if you see might be disturbing for you, right? And yeah, that is the difference between the dark web and the normal surface web. On the surface web, there are restrictions to videos, goods and services that can be listed and all those things. But on the dark web, you can list anything, right? So let's get into going into the dark web. So now the first thing we're going to do is turn on our VPN, obviously, right? If you need to download the Tor browser, you go to your download Tor browser. Okay, I'm not a robot. Why are these people doing this to me? Why? Google. This is why I love the dark web. Now my VPN is making my language change. Crazy. So now this is it. Download Tor browser. You can download for Windows, Mac, Linux, and even for your phone. But I wouldn't be using my phone. So now I've downloaded mine already. Let's just start Tor browser up. And very importantly, is good to like make sure you are connected to a VPN before even starting up your Tor browser. And the reason is that nothing is going to be connected back to your local machine or your phone because you connected through a VPN. And the funny thing is that if you should not connect through a VPN, then your ISP can still track that you went to this type of website and not. Now we've gotten into the Tor browser. Now one setting you have to change, you must change. Where is it? Privacy. Yeah. Now you put it to safest. These standards are not. This safest makes it that there are certain things that cannot be run on your machine. So if God forbid anything happens, you are still safe. So now we're already on the dark web, just like this one on the dark web already. Let's onionize. And so now on the dark web, let's look for something. Google is on the dark web. Yeah, we're on Google website on the dark web. Now I said I was going to show you a search engine that would actually show you anything. Before we get into that, now on Google's website, this was why I said Netherlands, Germany, Netherlands, taking me through three different IP addresses to make my connection secure. It's as simple as that. So now let's get into the search engine I said. So 66. This is just taking a little bit of time too. So that's the address. Why your request is being verified. The dark web is actually a very sweet place to be. Like, you see certain things that I was on the dark web a particular time and I saw some things and I was just laughing. Like, it's crazy. There are certain things that are crazy on the dark web. This is taking a little bit of time. What are you looking for on the dark web first? What do you want to go? What service do you want to render? Or do you want to put your website on the dark web? Who is going to the dark web to check your website? But actually, you can put your website on the dark web. It's actually fun. It's cool. This is taking a little bit too long. Let's 1266. Let's use another. So I'm going through the second link now. So now, yeah, we got you through this place. So now I can search for anything. Let's say I want to search for malware. See all the malwares that are being listed. Anonymous marketplace, like a whole lot of things. Like, these are different malwares you can actually purchase and run in like a secure environment on your machine. So this is just one of a lot of things. Let's search for something else. Give me an idea. No, let's search for I don't want to search for something too dangerous. Let's search for an hacker. Okay, hacking rather. Email hacking, IR hacking services, school. Like, there is nothing you want to look for on the dark web that you can't find. So going a step deeper, let's actually go to Facebook's website on the dark web. So yeah, this is Facebook's website on the dark web. Let's check our connection. That's changed again. Moldova, Netherlands. They always taking me to Netherlands. I think I need to visit that country. Crazy. So this is Facebook's website, but because I turned off JavaScript, it is not actually going to like load easily, right? And this is the CIA's website. And the reason I turned off the JavaScript is because of malware infection. So like, there are certain things that cannot be run on my system in case anything happens. So I don't want any sorry case. So this is the CIA's website. It's crazy. Like government agencies are on the dark web also. So the dark web is not really dark. If you know what I mean. So now this is the malware we checked earlier. Now we're going into it. You see, this is a marketplace, something like that. You can buy malware, rats, ransomware, botnets. This botnet is crazy. Like imagine having an army of bots. We'll do a separate video on that. Like it is really crazy. Like imagine me spawning up 50 of my friends to hack one person. It's crazy. Botnets, game cheats, Call of Duty, Warzone cheaters. This is where they buy it. This is crazy. Encryptors, exploits, data leaks. Like this is where this vendor, this is where he puts his own section of, how do I say it, data of people that he has stolen or he has bought or something. Hosting and different accounts. See, so if you want to buy stuff, say they pay with cryptocurrency, right? So yeah, sign up or log in. I ain't gonna do that because I'm not buying any of all these things. So yeah, the dark web is actually very sweet, very very enjoyable to be. So let's check another marketplace. Let's check another vendor. This site is most likely offline. Okay, you can't find. So I think you've learned how to access the dark web securely, why you should go securely. Now look at this. I have 3 different connections, right? Imagine Russia, Germany. So it is changing, it's bouncing off each other. So yeah, getting into the dark web, looking. And can you make money from the dark web? I don't know. If you think you can make money on the dark web, put it in the comment section. If there are things you can sell legitimately on the dark web, and this video is just for educational purpose, not for you to go and look for how to hire someone that the whole country is after. So yeah, I hope you learned a thing or two. Remember, because it is safe doesn't mean it is secure. See you in the next one, guys.